That's right. That's right. We got King Diamond here. Like finally, we've been trying to get King Diamond. He's like always a busy guy when you're usually here in town in San Francisco, even though we're doing this in L.A.
Yeah, you've seen it here, right?
What's that?
Yeah, you've seen how busy it is here. Right?
Yeah, it is here, but I'm really glad that you're available. But you actually earlier this year you were in San Francisco, supporting the new Merciful Fate album.
Yeah, Time.
Yeah, Time, and then
that was a killer show, I think, in San Francisco. I think we had we always had that superb crowd in San Francisco. It was, I don't know if I can swear here, but
go right ahead.
But we had a fucking loud crowd there. That was really like, yes.
I mean, San Francisco's always been a really special place for Merciful Fate and King Diamond.
You know, I had a big problem that night. You know, my voice was fine, no problem, but I had a very badly congested chest that night, you know, and it was like, before showtime, there was no way I would have gone through it, you know. It's like, there's no way I'll make it to the end of this thing, you know. And because of the audience, you have no idea how much power you can get out of an audience, you know, making your adrenaline flowing, actually getting through it, because it's very hard getting oxygen down when you're so congested, you know, and that was extremely tough. The next morning, actually, there was a doctor coming to the hotel and was checking out, you know, what was going on. He said, if you play today in Los Angeles, you're going to end up in a hospital, I guarantee it. You know, it's like, oh, man.
So you had to cancel the next show in L.A.?
We canceled in L.A., and then we had a drive going to Texas, you know, and we had to cancel the first Texas show as well, so we took 3 days off, you know, and then we continued and finished the tour. But, yeah, see, these things happen, you know, but it's once you get some of that stuff, you know, you have no idea how much an audience can actually make you go through, you know.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you know, if you had an audience that was just, that's cool, clap, fine.
So it would have been you fed off the energy of the crowd, which is what really helped you.
You better believe it. Yeah, that was the only way. It was the only way.
Yeah.
You know, that energy that we're talking about, you feed off each other, you know. It's probably tough to get the higher up you get, you know. Right. If you start playing, these arenas and stuff like that, you know, the theaters we play is really perfect, you know, because you are there, you're right in each other's faces, you know, and just the fact you can see people's faces, you know, at least the first 5 rows, the lights really blind you for the rest out there, but, you know.
Unlike Europe, where you're playing to the big festivals out there.
Yeah, it's cool too in a different way, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's but it's not as intimate as it is when you play those theaters, you know. And actually, sometimes, you know, nobody's perfect, and I can lose it sometimes, you know, lose the lyrics or whatever. It could be the drummer or one of the others are doing something that they're not supposed to do, and it's wrong, you know.
It throws you off that one.
It throws you off.
Cue, right?
Yeah, and you can't just get back in the middle of a verse, you know. Word number 13, verse 2, you know. It's like, yeah, right, you know. I'm totally computerized. So what I always do, if that ever happens, you know, is like I look at the audience immediately. They all know the words, man. Yeah. And I just stand there. Yeah, right, thanks, you know. That's what happens, really. And that's something special too, you know, when you see that everybody knows the words and singing along, you know.
Like when you had the King Diamond band going, it was supposed to be picking up a Merciful Fate left off, and now we get to you have a new album under the King Diamond moniker, Spider's Lullaby, that's out, and you told me you're actually you're doing both now, and might even possible a double tour together, right?
There's a lot of things that can be possible, you know. It's just hard to talk about because this is what I would like to do. It's nothing that I'm actually going to have a meeting here in like half an hour at 6 o'clock, you know, with Brian Slagle and about all these things we're talking about here, you know. But I got an idea that I would like to try and really, you know, turn into reality. And that would be, now the King Diamond album is out, you know, there's been some things going on with the booking agency and stuff like that, which has made it a strange situation for us, because it's also long. I'll make this short, you know, it's just like, it's not possible to do the right type of touring for us until January for King Diamond and a new album. That's a fact that has happened now. And what has come out of that is some ideas about, maybe since we have a lot of new Merciful Fate material written now, I have 6 songs finished and a brand new intro as well. Only 4 of those songs are going to make it on the album. Hank is writing, and I already heard Hank's The Mad Air Part 2, and it is so heavy, man. And these 4 songs that I've written as well, you know, there's no keyboards on it at all. This is very much back to the roots of Merciful Fate. The last 2 albums we did, I have backed them up any day. They show different sides of Merciful Fate. Now it just feels like right for us, what we're doing now, what we're hearing, the result of what we've been writing is back to the roots, very, very heavy. And King Diamond, I finished a brand new intro and 7 songs, which is going to be...
Tell a story of the Spider's Lullaby.
No, this is a brand new concept,
a new story.
Brand new concept called The Graveyard.
The Graveyard.
And see, the Spider's Lullaby was exactly like we wanted. We didn't want another concept album at that time. We've done a lot lately, and it was like, you know, let's do something a little different, just a little story, but individual songs, do something different, you know. And that's all fine, but it doesn't tend to get as theatrical as if you do a full concept. And the next one will be very spooky, I guarantee that, man. It's got horns.